It's perfect.
Different
Everything perfect. So it's great.
Interesting question there, that the attack to get that to ring is by definition slightly less than the attack to get the D, open D, because that has to be quite...
That's okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of
you do whatever kind of feels right.
But they should match, shouldn't they? The interesting thing is,
I'd rather you kind of went for. I think it's better if you go for just normal equal tempered B, and then just slightly pull it down. Like even that's great for me. Rather than kind of underdo it and then it kind of sounds like a quarter flat.
Yeah.
I don't want it to sound like that too low. You know what I mean? Yeah, it needs to be pure.
Or the other thing is you could do it to begin there and then pull out the subtone.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, because I've notated as we go through the resultant subtones from the because I think that's in your brain.
Yes. That's brilliant.
Yeah. That gets a tick. I've been a bit neurotic. One of the things I've done for myself is I've worked out when I want to make a change. Well, it helps, you see.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay. Yeah.
So it's very sad, right? That's interesting to get the.
Yes.
To get that to strike, it needs a little bit of a kick on it.
Yes, it does. Yes.
So
you lean a little bit, right, onto the D string.
Yeah. It's almost as if I'm thinking that the piano in the top is slightly late, so you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, what am I looking at? So sorry. Now, there's an interesting question here, because I'm here. Where would you shift?
I think I would shift probably after the E chord flat. Be on a 1 probably. I don't know, but it's up to you.
But I'm on the 2. So will you shift?
No, I would do another 2, slightly lower.
Then what? 2
and then just pull the 1 back or something. I think that's what I would probably.
Okay, that's interesting.
I don't know. I mean,
that's really helpful because
off the top of my head.
I've been a bit lazy and I hadn't done that. I don't tend to do open hand opens. So.
Although that does restrict the graph a bit, doesn't it? So I'm not sure.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't restrict. Actually, it's nice. I think so.
You know, as I was going through the piece, I'm thinking, I mean, I mentioned this about the ecstatic kind of, in the middle kind of, the culmination. But I was thinking a lot, I mean, I always do this in a way, but especially because of Joanna and the way she paints and so on, I was thinking a lot about just like the physical movement between, even there, for example, you know how,
oh yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? That's kind of part of the overall movement of the body, yes. So in a way, the whole piece I kind of thought like that, like you're painting with sound in a way.
That's very, very nice.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, brilliant. Okay.
Like she paints with her body like this.
Yeah. Which you're going to see because showing the film.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So. Yeah, it's an interesting question about that. Because the F harmonic to the B is such a long distance, the question is how when I should really maybe use the G. Oh, damn.
Oh, use the G to move on to the B natural, yes. Yes.
To avoid the intermediate.
Yes, maybe.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, great.
So if I'll put the slur through its G to
But as always, you know, with all of the harmonics, if they don't sound, they don't sound.
No, but
it's part of the thing. I know you want to wait for it.
And then there's a technical thing here, which is the how to make this go to the is to make the real diminuendo on the bottom.
Yes. But the second one is arco. B.
Oh, yes,
left
yes,
and
right, yes,
B.
okay. Yes. So,
It's important because the arco gradually kind of picks up.
yeah, so don't crescendo. So the first thing
Let's go with that.
is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just thinking timbral because it's
Yeah.
because that's different.
Yes.
Which you prefer?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to kind of hear the coping in context, but I'm sure you can make either work.
No, but
You know?
there's such different timbre because that's got the callus on there. Or
I'm just wondering. Yes. And you could even do. Is it also possible? I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I might be doing. I'm not sure.
Yes.
But maybe it's also possible 4, and then can you pick out a bit of 3, or is it like?
you mean
I'm just.
of course, oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So it's not. So you have quite like that.
Yeah, that's very nice.
With the one, it's a little bit more metallic, isn't it?
It is,
So
yeah.
that really stands out with the one.
Well, with curiously, the one because it is drier, you get
Yes.
less rhythm. It's interesting. There's lots of possibilities there.
Yes. But you can experiment. You can do whatever you
Even
want.
if you have
There's like a quarter one. Yes.
the thing is, you could actually write on that. Oh, you can do this.
With a nail.
Okay, that's good to know.
You get, another whole universe with all the left-hand pizzicattos in it. You know, it's like they go all in different directions or something.
The thing is, once you've opened the
box.
detail, you've
Yeah,
got
yeah. I know.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Voice leading here. Ideally, is it, or
Probably more the D to the
that's
G.
what I thought. But not.
It's
not
only
exactly-
because it's going to cut off the resonance otherwise, and I want the resonance to like be there present.
Oh well, yeah.
If you do that, I like. Yes.
Because you could spin it out.
Yeah, as long as the D doesn't kind of so abruptly stop, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. The funny thing is,
Actually, I preferred what you just did before.
yeah.
You know, with the. Yeah, I actually prefer that.
And then you
yes.
listen to the
That's
right
better.
away. And
Yes.
use that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
So you step over there, but there's a spin, top spin there. I missed it. That's interesting how you get that finger out of the way.
But the D you don't have to hold. The D
I
just
know.
put in the D.
No, it's by the way my hand works.
Yeah.
Now, is this okay if it's
It's very slight.
but if it's a thing? Oh,
Yes, fine. Yeah, fine.
it's
Yeah,
okay
yeah.
being a finger step.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit too low there.
Yeah, like that. I want it to be like almost like you're not sure, you know, whether it's going to happen or not, you know. Yeah, like that.
Now, how is this shown? Do I show the?
You could do that here. I like it.
Oh,
But just whatever you do, keep in mind that the big ones are going to happen later. So you need to save, you know, so it shouldn't come out too much, you know.
is to stop that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So actually, that is almost the most important thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Put a bit
Definitely.
more
Yes.
accent on
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes.
So it's almost that's more forte down there.
Yeah.
This is more. So. What I find very interesting about that is to get to the E, I have to go there. Because I'm all. I
Which one?
Well, because I'm going from the.
Oh, you mean for the next one? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Kind of counterintuitive to that. I'm saying myself, or because I.
Yes.
I pressed the three. Three is better.
I played it, I think, with 3 on the harmonic and then just 3 across to the
Yeah, so
string. That's all.
actually, if you think about the hand angle.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Perfect.
And actually, curiously, this is your up bow is because it's a retake, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
So that actually is actually.
But the gesture is definitely an up there, you know, right? So
yeah, and that movement in the rest is important.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
Aha. I was going too far. It's there. Oh,
Okay,
it's
don't worry about it too much, you know that.
But
Yeah.
I know it's there.
But, you know, yeah, it's perfect, but, yes.
But then,
Yeah, that's in between.
no, the thing, of course, is I forget that. Yeah, I've.
The D is in between the F and the
Yeah,
B,
so-
right? Yeah, that's it, just across.
I have to be quite careful about that.
Yes, but yeah, you know, I basically like it if some other ones creep in as well.
Yeah,
you know,
but I
you know,
don't
but you just need to like sculpt it, you know. Perfect.
That works well, no problem there. So, and don't you find that these ones are really terrifying because there's no way of completely guaranteeing where the hell that note is?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's a vision that I kind of.
You know, I was just, that's not the full thing. I was just going to say.
No.
So all of these ones are basically they're like waves coming kind of more and more and more and more
From the
until
left
it's
hand side of the
completely
canvas,
explodes.
exactly.
You know, like that one she has, which kind of
She's
goes
sending
like.
the pictures. I have the copies.
Yes.
I've got.
I mean, in a way, it's kind of responds to all of them,
Yeah.
but in terms of the shape, it's that particular one that's on the front of the CD as
Yeah.
well, right?
Okay.
So all of these are. That's why I said keep in mind, you know, that it's gonna get with the tremolos, it's gonna get wilder and so on later.
Exactly.
So with all of these, is like little by little by little, and then it kind of just like takes off. You know, it loses control.
Great. So.
Yeah.
That's very helpful.
Here is that bomb, like Macedonian kind of.
Actually, I think the fact that this is suddenly is overtly a dance. This is.
Yes, absolutely. It's like ba, whereas at the beginning it's like this measured pulse in the background.
Yeah.
That's the idea of this whole thing.
That's very helpful.
And again, it has to do with her physical movement here, you know. So it really needs to be like. Yeah, this is like a slight pull, and then it completely goes on.
There's no smearing across that, is there?
No, yeah. So from here, so this is on the G and D.
Yeah.
Here you go on across to the D. So you kind of, but find your way onto the DNA, you know, kind of. Kind of. Yes, exactly like that.
Stands up. That's 3 bits. That's... Oh.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Yes, absolutely. That's amazing. I mean, no, beautiful is not the right word, but you know what I mean? It's great. The energy is amazing. I think the most, so then afterwards, it's like expanding stars, you know, afterwards. So, and it goes into the kind of more lyrical side of it all.
Yeah.
It kind of takes over the lyrical side.
Yeah,
in a way.
exactly.
So I think the most important thing in terms of the overall shape is to, like in these, on this line, basically, to stay extreme and loud as much as possible.
Yeah, I lost energy there.
Until little by little, it's like, I mean, it needs to kind of stop because it can't go anymore, you know, like break the kind of energy, and then little by little it kind of dissipates, you know.
Because it's quite interesting.
Apart.
You actually haven't written the dynamic between.
No, it's because it's like, but this whole thing is like the kind of in the middle of that sense of like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it needs to stop not by controlling it, but stop by simply like you've hit the ceiling several times, and it just needs to like
That's very helpful.
break apart. Yeah.
That's very helpful. You just try from here.
It's important that you feel that sort of intensity so that the last section works, because the last has silence and this kind of lyrical side taking over, you know.
So if I go back to 93. Oh, G string. that's it's almost
It's,
as if
it's easy to think that it should lose down. Exactly. But I only mean it. This is like within the fortissimo in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
it's visually unfortunate.
Maybe I should. Do you think I should put like in brackets here?
No,
Or
it's fine. It's fine. Now I know.
just-
If I'm just going to write the word no, that will.
Yeah. The crescendo. That's why it's in brackets because it's only from. Yes, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, beautiful.
But that feels to me like it's on the string. So I leave it there. So, I need that on the hands.
Yeah.
Now I had to think, so if I'm here, then actually,
Yes.
because it's almost there, you're lifting out.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
It's like, so it's not, it doesn't bring it, and then it steps back. Curiously, I like we go.
Yes, and then yes.
Then we step back down.
So, yes.
It's very interesting. It's arch,
Yeah.
and I use this. Now, where's the glitch? Which string?
Yeah, that's interesting. I was actually thinking of it. Can you give me a few options? I think I do it kind of mostly on the A string, but maybe just slightly catch the E string or something.
That's
Too much. Something like that.
Or
Yes.
too much.
Maybe too much, yeah.
No, I don't like that pitch.
I wouldn't do on the... Yeah, exactly. There shouldn't be a definitive beat. Yes.
Okay.
There shouldn't be a definitive kind of intermediate in the intermediate.
The glissando, to be honest, needs to be a dal niente glissando in the middle.
Yes, I know, but you know, you can't mark this. You know, you know.
So calm.
Yes, fine.
No. So now, sorry. It's very tempting to hold that the way through. So go back. So there's a question here. It's
I
interesting.
think these two, D flat and the F, are kind of like, I feel that man is quite vulnerable.
Yeah, I just want to say something about 149. Everyone else, you've been a bit more fussy about how you leave this, and I wonder if there should be a sense that this should drop off a bit.
I'm not sure. I kind of like. Can you play it? I like it being a bit of a hole, you know.
Okay,
so,
fine. So,
but not too much. It's difficult to describe. It's more vulnerable. It's just suddenly going. Yeah, exactly like that. Do you know what I mean?
Fantastic. Yes, if it really
Because
is
it's
that.
like you've taken the ground off and you're kind of naked on top, you know. So that's really nice.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Sorry. You know, because remember, if I hold it there. It's still there. Let's try that page again, sure.
Yeah, lovely. I really like that.
Yeah, try down there.
Yeah, so with these kind of, with the rhythm overall here on the last page, it's like it's gone to feeling the pulse somewhere in the distance again, you know? Like you've left, it's like you're traveling, you know, somewhere in space and you're looking at kind of expanding kind of things. Whereas before you're kind of in the heat of the moment, you know, in the middle of it.
But the dance, the interesting thing is the difference between the end and the beginning. Is because the dancing has happened, it's still there.
Yes. So the dancing kind of changes it. So I feel like, I mean, at the beginning, this is the thing, I have to say pulse, so that you kind of feel it. But at the end, if you've gone through the dance and everything, the end will kind of have this feeling that there's, you know, a certain regularity to it, you know, but it's not, I don't want to say it again, it's a different, it's not the same, you know, kind of feeling of pulse as the beginning, you know?
No, definitely not.
That's amazing. I mean,
it's going to be great.
You know, we could have just done it on the day with you, you know? I mean, like, but it's, yeah, I know. But, yeah. No, what I mean is, like, you know immediately kind of what I want.
But the interesting thing is,
spend so much time kind of.
We're finding, like, the thing is that these colours, to be honest, knowing that you actually, because the curious thing is, it doesn't matter how much you write it, curiously, the more precise it is, the more it's counterintuitive
absolutely.
to do it.
Totally. That's why I end up writing this kind of stuff afterwards, because I'm just worried if anybody ever plays it, if you actually try and follow what's written, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be alive, you know. Yeah. The way to make it work is to, you know, when I'm with the violin, I'm trying it, and then you're kind of like putting it into a symbolic form to describe what's happening, but it's always going to be, you know, kind of inadequate, you know, to actually describe the actual concrete experience of, you know, kind of doing it. It really needs to feel alive. In a way, you know, so the whole movement, in a way, it's kind of like she paints. That's how I make, you know? Like the physical movements of actually playing, especially in the middle.
That's really, really helpful.
And there's this kind of dichotomy between the kind of the silences and the kind of white and kind of distance material, and then the kind of, you know, being in the middle of this kind of whirling wave, you know, kind of in the middle. So the dichotomy of like the extreme busyness and so on, and then kind of looking at it from the distance, you know. But it's kind of like the diptych thing that she did afterwards. So there's a kind of cyclical feeling, you know, in the way, the shape the whole thing works, but there is this extreme polarity within it as well, which is how the paintings for me, her paintings kind of work like that as well, you know.
Great.
And your immediate feeling is like this huge difference between the blue and the white, and then if you look in, there's like, of course, myriad colors in between, and infinite colors in between. The blue and the white. It's amazing. It's going to be great.